Right then, let's talk about sugar. Proper white sugar. It's that lovely, sweet, sparkly stuff we all know. You find it in your tea, in your cakes, and in so many of our favorite treats. It's a pure, simple carbohydrate called sucrose. Your body uses it for a quick burst of energy, so when you're feeling a bit knackered, a little bit of sugar can give you a proper boost. It really is a magical ingredient that makes food taste amazing. We just need to be clever about how we use it. You know, it's all about getting the balance right. Believe it or not, this simple white crystal has a massive story. It has shaped our world in incredible ways. It has started wars, built empires, and changed how we eat forever. It's not just about making our puddings taste brilliant. Sugar is a huge part of our culture and our history. Think about birthday cakes, festive sweets, or a simple biscuit with your cuppa. Sugar is there, bringing people together and creating happy memories. It's woven into the fabric of our lives, from special occasions to everyday moments. It's a proper powerhouse ingredient, for sure. Now, when we say white sugar, we're usually talking about a few different types. There's your everyday granulated sugar, which is perfect for stirring into drinks. Then you've got castor sugar, which has finer crystals. It's brilliant for baking because it dissolves so easily into your cake batter. And let's not forget icing sugar, or powdered sugar. It's ground into a super fine powder, perfect for making smooth, glossy icing for your fairy cakes and biscuits. They all come from the same place, but they're just processed a little differently for different jobs in the kitchen. So why is it so important? Well, beyond its lovely taste, sugar does some clever things in our food. It helps keep our jams and preserves fresh for longer, acting as a natural preservative. It gives our bread a lovely golden brown crust when it bakes. It helps make our ice cream soft and scoopable instead of just a solid block of ice. It's a real workhorse in the kitchen and in the massive food industry. Understanding what it is and where it comes from is the first step to having a better relationship with it. Lovely jubbly. The story of sugar is a proper epic, guys. It all started thousands of years ago in Southeast Asia, likely in New Guinea. People there would chew on raw sugarcane stalks to get that lovely, sweet juice. It was a natural treat, straight from the plant. It wasn't the white stuff we know today. For a very long time, that was the only way to enjoy it. The idea of turning that juice into a solid crystal came much later, in India, around 500 BC. They figured out how to boil the juice down to make sticky, dark lumps of sugar. This was a massive game changer, a real breakthrough. From India, the knowledge of sugar slowly traveled the world. Traders on the Silk Road carried this amazing new spice to Persia and the Middle East. It was called the sweet salt and was incredibly rare and expensive. It was treated like medicine or a luxury for kings and queens. When European crusaders went to the Holy Land, they tasted sugar for the first time and were blown away. They brought it back home, and suddenly, the wealthy lords and ladies of Europe wanted more of this fantastic sweet stuff. It was a status symbol, a way to show off your wealth at a grand feast. The real sugar boom happened when Europeans started exploring the world. They found that the climate in places like the Caribbean and Brazil was perfect for growing sugarcane. This led to massive sugar plantations being set up. Sadly, this part of sugar's history is very dark. The industry was built on the horrific slave trade, with millions of people forced to work in terrible conditions. Sugar went from being a rare luxury to a common ingredient, but it came at a massive human cost. It's an important and heartbreaking part of the story that we should never forget. Then, in the 18th and 19th centuries, the Industrial Revolution changed everything again. New machines and technologies made it much easier and cheaper to refine sugar. Scientists also discovered that you could get sugar from a vegetable, the sugar beet. This was brilliant because it meant sugar could be grown in colder climates, like in Europe and North America. Suddenly, sugar wasn't just for the rich anymore. It became a food for everyone, and it started appearing in more and more of our everyday foods, from bread to sauces. It completely changed the way we eat. So, how do we get our lovely white sugar? It's a fascinating process, really. It mainly comes from two plants, sugarcane, which looks like a big bamboo stalk, and the sugar beet, which is a root vegetable a bit like a pale turnip. Let's start with sugarcane, which grows in hot, tropical places. First, the farmers harvest the tall canes from the field. Then, the canes are taken to a factory, or a mill. where they are washed and chopped into little pieces. It's all about getting to the good stuff inside, you see. Next, massive rollers crush the chopped up sugarcane to squeeze out all the sweet juice. This raw juice is a bit murky and green-brown. To clean it up, they mix it with lime and heat it. This helps all the impurities and bits of dirt clump together and sink to the bottom. What you're left with is a clearer, light brown liquid. This juice then goes into a massive evaporator. It's gently boiled to get rid of most of the water, which turns the juice into a thick, sticky syrup. We're getting closer to our sugar now. Now, for the magic part, crystallization. The thick syrup is seeded with tiny sugar crystals. As the syrup cools down, more and more sugar crystals start to grow around these seeds. It's then put into a centrifuge, which is like a super fast spinning machine. This spins the mixture around at high speed, separating the pure sugar crystals from the leftover brown syrup, which is called molasses. That molasses is good stuff too. It's used to make brown sugar and rum. The crystals that are left are raw, slightly golden sugar. The process for sugar beets is quite similar. The beets are harvested, washed, and then sliced into thin strips called cosettes. These strips are soaked in hot water, which dissolves the sugar out of them, creating a sugary juice. Just like with sugarcane juice, this liquid is purified, filtered, and boiled down to a thick syrup. Then it goes through the same crystallization and centrifuge process to get the pure white sugar crystals. So whether it comes from a cane or a beet, the final white sugar you buy is the same pure sucrose. Puka. Right, let's be honest, we love sugar because it tastes fantastic. But it's really important to find a balance. Eating too much of the white stuff, especially in sugary drinks and processed foods, isn't great for us. It can lead to putting on too much weight, which can cause serious health problems like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. It's also a nightmare for our teeth, causing cavities. The problem is that sugar is often hidden in foods you wouldn't expect, like pasta sauces, bread, and low-fat yogurts. So you've got to be a bit of a detective and read the labels. However, it's not all bad news. We shouldn't be scared of sugar. Our bodies actually need it for energy. It's the fuel that powers our muscles and our brains. When you're doing a big workout or your kids are running around the park all afternoon, their bodies are using up that energy. A little bit of sugar, especially from natural sources like fruit, can give you that quick pick-me-up you need. The key is moderation. It's not about cutting sugar out completely. It's about being smart and enjoying it as part of a healthy, balanced diet. Sugar is also a massive deal for our economy. Millions of people around the world have jobs because of it, from the farmers growing the crops to the people working in the factories and the shops. It's a huge global industry, and culturally, it's at the heart of our celebrations. What's a birthday without a cake? Or Christmas without Christmas pudding? Or Easter without chocolate eggs? Sugar is part of our traditions and helps us make food that brings joy and comfort. It connects us to our families and our past. It's more than just a food, it's part of who we are. So here's the deal. Enjoy your food. Enjoy the sweet things in life. Bake a beautiful cake with your kids, and don't feel guilty about it. But on a day-to-day basis, be mindful. Cook from scratch as much as you can, so you know exactly what's going into your food. Eat plenty of fresh fruit and veg, and save the super sugary treats for special occasions. It's all about balance. A little bit of what you fancy does you good. Just be sensible, know what you're eating, and you'll be absolutely fine. Get in.